Don't even think about doing this until you learn these 7 psychological facts that will change your life. Plus, proven psychology secrets. Did you know that 89% of women in the US feel unfulfilled in their relationships, and most men never even notice? Miss these insights, and you could be one of them. Stick around. The last secret will completely shift your perspective. Like and subscribe now, before it's too late. Gentlemen, the first principle, the most fundamental principle, is this. Emotional connection precedes desire in the vast majority of women. This isn't some arbitrary rule. It's rooted in biology and psychology. For a woman, feeling safe, understood, and valued are not mere pleasantries. They are prerequisites for genuine desire to emerge. When a woman feels emotionally close, when she feels truly seen and appreciated for who she is, her body responds in kind. But when that emotional connection is absent, desire dwindles. It becomes a flickering candle struggling to stay lit in a drafty room. So how do you build this essential emotional connection? It starts with presence. Put down your phone, turn off the distractions, and truly listen to her. Engage in conversations that matter. Ask about her day, her dreams, her fears. Validate her feelings, even when you don't fully understand them. Remember, building a strong emotional bond is not about grand gestures. It's about the consistent, small acts of love and attention that say, "You are seen, you are valued, you are safe with me." Now, let's talk about foreplay, gentlemen. And let me be clear. Foreplay is not an optional extra, a box to be ticked off before the main event. It is, in fact, an integral part of the entire experience, particularly for women. Think of it this way. A woman's arousal is like a slow, steady burn. It needs time, it needs attention, it needs to be nurtured and coaxed into being. Rushing this process is like trying to force a flower to bloom before its time. You might get a result, but it will lack the vibrancy, the beauty, the full potential of what could have been. So, how do you prioritize foreplay? Again, it's about more than just physical touch. It's about creating an atmosphere of anticipation, of building tension and excitement throughout the day. A lingering touch on her arm as you pass by, a whispered compliment in her ear, a text message that makes her heart race. These are all forms of foreplay. Remember, gentlemen, the goal is to create a slow, sensual buildup that allows her body and mind to fully engage. When you prioritize her pleasure, when you take the time to truly make her feel desired, you'll find that the intimacy you share is magnified tenfold. We often hear the phrase, "sex is mostly in the head," and gentlemen, when it comes to women, this couldn't be more true. A woman's mind is her most powerful erogenous zone, and understanding this is key to unlocking truly fulfilling intimacy. You see, for many women, arousal is a complex interplay of emotions, thoughts, and sensations. It's about feeling desired, feeling cherished, feeling a deep connection with their partner. This means that true seduction begins long before you enter the bedroom. It starts with the way you look at her, the way you speak to her, the way you make her feel in your presence. A well-placed compliment, a thoughtful gesture, a moment of genuine connection. These are the things that truly ignite a woman's desire. So gentlemen, how do you tap into this powerful connection between mind and body? Start by paying attention to the details. Notice the things she loves, the things that make her feel special, and find ways to incorporate them into your interactions. Whispering something in her ear that you know will make her blush, touching her in a way that sends shivers down her spine. These are the small yet powerful ways to create a mental and emotional experience that transcends the purely physical. Now, let's talk about the physical aspect of intimacy, gentlemen. And let's be honest, many men approach this with a certain level of, shall we say, predictability. We focus on the obvious, the well-trodden paths, and in doing so, we miss out on a whole world of unexplored territory. The female body is a landscape of sensation, and like any good explorer, your job is to approach it with curiosity, with a sense of adventure. Yes, there are the familiar landmarks, but don't be afraid to venture off the beaten path. Explore the delicate skin behind her ear, the sensitive curve of her inner thigh, the often overlooked small of her back. These areas, gentlemen, are treasure troves of sensation, waiting to be discovered with gentle, attentive touch. Remember, it's not about brute force. It's about intentionality. A light touch, a lingering caress, a gentle kiss. These are the tools of a true explorer, a man who understands that the greatest pleasures are often found in the most unexpected places. So, abandon the predictable, gentlemen, and embrace the art of exploration. You might be surprised at what you discover. Communication enhances pleasure. Gentlemen, we've talked about emotional connection, foreplay, and the female body. But one crucial element ties all of this together: communication. For some men, talking about intimacy can feel uncomfortable, but open and honest communication is the greatest ally of passion. Create a space where both partners feel safe to express desires and boundaries. This means asking specific, open-ended questions. What makes her feel cherished? Desired? What are her fantasies? Listen to the answers without judgment. It's about understanding and honoring her unique needs. Communication deepens the connection and builds trust. Create a space where both partners feel free to fully explore their desires. Chapter 6. Slow it down. In our fast-paced world, gentlemen, it's easy to bring that same hurried energy into the bedroom. But intimacy, true intimacy, is not a race to be won. It's a journey to be savored. Rushing through the experience, fixating solely on the destination, robs both partners of the pleasure of the journey itself. Think of it this way. A gourmet meal is meant to be enjoyed slowly, each bite savored, each flavor appreciated. Imagine rushing through a 5-course meal, gobbling down each dish without pausing to appreciate the aroma, the texture, the subtle nuances of flavor. You might feel full, but you'd be missing the point entirely. Intimacy is no different, gentlemen. It's about slowing down, being present in each moment, paying attention to the subtle cues, the unspoken desires. This means lingering in the moments that feel good, exploring different rhythms and sensations, and allowing the pleasure to build gradually. Remember, gentlemen, the goal is not to rush to the finish line. It's to create an experience that is both pleasurable and deeply connecting for both partners. Chapter 7. Clitoral stimulation is key. Now, gentlemen, we've arrived at the final, and perhaps most crucial, principle. The clitoris, gentlemen, is the epicenter of female pleasure. It's the most sensitive erogenous zone on a woman's body. Many men shy away from clitoral stimulation, unsure of how to approach it. Think of it like this. Would you approach a delicate flower with roughness? Of course not. The clitoris deserves that same level of care and attention. Ask your partner what feels good. Pay attention to her responses. Prioritize clitoral stimulation with knowledge, skill, and respect for life-changing intimacy. Outro, unlock your relationship potential. So there you have it, gentlemen. 7 powerful psychological principles that can transform your relationships from the inside out. Remember, building truly fulfilling intimacy is a journey, not a destination. It requires effort, it requires understanding, and it requires a willingness to challenge your assumptions and embrace new ways of thinking. But the rewards, gentlemen, are well worth the effort. By applying these principles, you can create relationships that are not only passionate, but also deeply fulfilling, both emotionally and physically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these principles resonated most with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on building extraordinary relationships.